take this game where we need to.
Absolutely. Tough game for the ladies. 77-74. Ladies drop a tough one. They were down 28 points with 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Fought all the way back. Free throws, turnovers.
Turnovers and free throws.
Yep.
And out-rebounding. We didn't get much boards from Jackson State, but overall game, great way to fight back into the game and even have a chance into it. Being so down at half, it was a great comeback, a great effort. Just minor mistakes here and there, but nothing that can't be fixed up.
Yeah, our rebounded 55-25 as a matter of fact.
55-25, that's that right there.
55-35, I should say.
Yes. They're out-rebound, but great game.
Opening tip control by Jackson State University. They'll start Benji Wallace, Chris Howell, Dontelius Ross, Javarius McKinnis, and Lemmy Howard. Grambling, Ivy Smith Jr., Dallas Polk Hilliard, Anthony Gaston, Alex Empoyo, and Devontae Jackson. Thought about the three-pointer, now pops it back out. Three-pointer on the way by Ross, up no good.
Ivy pushing the ball.
Grambling losing control of the basketball.
Turnover. And
shot up and good.
Layup.
Shot up and good by Benji Wallace, and it's now 2-0 our game.
Okay.
19-14 remaining here in the first half of play. Dallas Polk Hilliard with the basketball. I should say it's going to be
foul.
Devontae Jackson with the basketball goes in, and foul coming up. And that's going to be a two-shot foul for Devontae Jackson. Two shots coming up here for Devontae Jackson. He's been working on his free throws a little bit.
Yes, free throws got a lot better. Devontae Jackson is becoming a player and improving in everything that he needs to improve in, especially in free throws. Percentage is up.
Shooting a little under 50%, right at 50%. He misses 1 of 2, and it's 2-1 our score.
Wow. Benji Wallace.
Good. Benji Wallace now with 4 points in the game. And the Tigers now down 4-1.
Slowing the pace up a little bit.
Grambling with the basketball. Alex Empoyo right side. Now to Devontae Jackson out high. Got drawn a lot of contact.
Yes.
Shot up no good.
No foul.
And the rebound by Javarius McKinnis, freshman from Brandon, Mississippi. Four to 1 is our score. Grambling trailing. Benji Wallace goes in, and it's going to be a travel violation.
Benji Wallace is their top scorer with 16th in the SWAC right now. A player also we will be hearing a lot about during this game, hopefully.
Shot up and no good coming off of the rim. And coming down with the rebound for Jackson State is Javarius McKinnis. Jackson State has some size, and Coach Wayne Brent, who was a really big-time high school basketball coach in Jackson, recruits a lot of size. There is only one person below 6 feet on the entire team. Nice shot, dunk. That's Javarius McKinnis, the freshman, with the bucket.
Good play overall. Good play.
6-1 our score. As you can watch the replay on GSU TV. Benji Wallace, a part of that assist.
Oh, he touched it. He touched it.
And it's going to be Jackson basketball.
Basketball. You can hear it. He said he touched it. Benji Wallace
losing the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Grambling basketball. So much like the women's game, the men coming out a little sluggish to start things off.
A little sluggish, turnovers, missed opportunities. But, you know, we still have a lot of games to see. Women's game proved that to us.
Chris Howell with the ball.
And Ivy Smith with the steal.
Ivy Smith goes in and is up and good.
Good play, good play. Good way to take that contact, Ivy.
6-3 is our score. Grambling trailing, 16:46 remaining in the first half of play. 16. A near steal by Ivy Smith Jr. again.
Ivy Smith Jr. is on it.
Three-pointer, Lemmy Howard up no good, and a rebound by Justin Johnson, who checks into the ball game for Jackson State. Running the point, Dontelius Ross, the senior from Jackson, transferred from Pearl River Community College. Now Benji Wallace with the basketball, the junior from Houma, Louisiana. Transfer from the University of New Orleans. Plenty of Louisiana presence on this team. Ross with the basketball, bounce pass on the inside to Johnson. Shot is up and good. 8-3 now our score. Grambling trailing. 16 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Ivy Smith Jr. in between the circles. He's near the midcourt stripe. Now looking right. Jackson playing tough on defense in a zone right now. Dallas Polk Hilliard. Devontae Jackson. Shot up and good by Ivy Smith Jr.
Ivy Smith with the floater. It's a beautiful floater.
Grambling trailing right now 8-5, 15:32 remaining here in the first half of play.
Oh, Ivy almost came up with another steal. He's a ball hawk today.
Jackson State with the basketball. Will drive the baseline. Boy, they're really working that zone.
Oh, Ivy Smith with another steal.
Smith now will take the ball. Coast to coast goes in, can't hit the shot. Right there to pick it back up is Dallas Polk Hilliard. That's his first 2 points of the ball game. 8-7 our score now. Grambling trailing with 15:03 remaining in the first half of play.
I like Dallas as a three. He's a nice length. You know, he can take it to the hole. He's a very versatile three.
Timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Tigers trailing 8-7, 14:54 remaining in the first half of play. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
The app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, where the Grambling State University Tigers trail Jackson State by the score of 8-7, 14:54 remaining here in the first half of play. And if you notice things early on, Jackson State just a slight edge in rebounding, 4-2 right now. But the biggest thing that the Tigers will have to do is make sure that they don't turn the ball over. Right now, 3-2 on turnovers. Jackson State with the advantage there.
Turnovers is key.
And
shot
clock violation, and I don't think that any of the players who had the ball out high were looking at the shot clock.
I'm very sure of that, because they were still setting in motion. Nobody were ready to shoot in position. Not aware of time at that point right there, but we'll go to the next possession.
Grambling with the basketball. Gaston, Ivy Smith Jr., Dallas Polk, Hilliard out high. Devontae Jackson there. Hilliard for three. Good.
Three-pointer. Like I said, he's a well-rounded three. I like him a lot. Dallas, Hilliard Polk, a guy I like a lot. He's new to this team, and he's really good. He's really good. He shows his versatility.
Of course, Dallas Polk Hilliard coming from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, by way of South Dakota State. Jackson State with the basketball.
Oh, with the block.
And a steal. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball, getting it over to Anthony Gaston. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tipped. And Ivy comes away with the basketball, gets it to Alex Empoyo.
Great hustle by Ivy Smith Jr.
Here's a shot up good by Alex Empoyo. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
And one.
Action Emporio called for the foul. Jackson ball out of bounds.
And actually, Empoyo is going to be called for the foul.
Wow.
So he's going to get the credit for the bucket.
It will be Jackson State's possession. No free throws.
Dallas Polk Hilliard has 5 right now. Ivy Smith Jr. with 4. And that basket actually will come off the board. And a traveling violation.
Traveling violation. Ivy Smith Jr. has been on the ball all game since the game has started. Every ball that flies his way, he's trying to get a steal and take it to the other end of the court. Great hustle by him.
Coming into the ball game, Trevon Bunch, the 7'1" junior from Racine, Wisconsin, coming into the contest. Nigel Ribeiro in the ball game also for the Grambling Tigers. Wow, nice crossover. Ivy Smith Jr. misses the shot. And coming down with the rebound for the Jackson State Tigers is Dontrell Walker.
Padding move. Padding it, move. Very shifty.
Shot up, no good. Hunter Shelton gets the ball to Benji Wallace. Goes up, has to change the shot midair. Shot up and good by Justin Johnson, the junior from Martin, Tennessee.
A little bit of shoving going on.
10-10, now our score. Grambling with the basketball. Ivy Smith Jr. now directing traffic. Getting it inside to Bunch.
Pass.
Bunch goes up, shot no good. Blocking foul charge to Jackson State.
Good contact. He took every bit of that contact and still tried to get there on one. We'll get these free throws and hopefully he'll convert both.
That foul is going to go on number 23, and that's going to go Justin Johnson. You look at this lineup, and Coach Wayne Brent, he's got a couple of guys on this team that were standout basketball players for Jackson State University when they played, and had a chance to see both of them play. Kaysen Burke and Dayswan Dixon. Both of those guys were just incredible ball players at Jackson State University. Kaysen Burke was just an all-around player, could go inside and outside. Dayswan Dixon, man, kind of rewrote the book when it came to some of the stats at Jackson State University. Probably one of the best teams that they had. And you go back to 92, 93 season when they had Lindsey Hunter from Jackson State University, who went on to have a great NBA career with the Detroit Pistons.
Wow, we got history.
Hunter Shelton getting the ball to Benji Wallace. Back to Shelton, right side now to Shelton, three-pointer up. Ooh, rattles in and out, good.
In and out. Good defense by Nigel.
Ribeiro with the basketball, right side. Now looking to the inside to Trayvon Bunch. Bunch now defended one-on-one with McInnes, and it's going to be an offensive foul charge to Grambling. It's going to go to number 24, Trayvon Bunch. That'll be his first personal. We have a timeout on the floor. 10-10 our score, 12 minutes remaining in the first half. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center, the Grambling Tigers and Jackson State renewing their rivalry, tied at 10 here. O.J. Morris joining us here at courtside. And so far, you're looking at Grambling, and one of the great things you're seeing, Ivy Smith Jr. playing well on defense. Grambling right now 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. They want to improve on that. For Jackson State, they have not been the charity stripe yet, and right now they're out-rebounding Grambling 7-5.
Defensive-wise, I want to piggyback. Ivy Smith Jr. has been getting at the ball.
3 opportunities, by the way, for Jackson State on the inside in order to get the shot. And on the inside, Gervais McInnes, the 6'7" freshman from Brandon, he's going to the free throw line.
Ivy Smith Jr., I would say is a total point guard. From steals, his handles, and the way he plays, able to find an open man at all times. Very great point guard and true point guard in my eyes. Ivy Smith is one of my favorite players on this team. But overall, great defensive effort by Grambling State University.
First free throw up and no good. And 0 for 2 at the charity stripe. High school day coming up February the 16th. Grambling Tigers will take on Texas Southern University here at the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Of course, there'll be lots of things that we'll be doing that day, so make sure that you come on out. And the Subway Shootout will take place that day. Shot up by Devontae Jackson, up and good.
Good post, good post.
During that day, we'll have the Subway Shootout, where one lucky student from Grambling will have the opportunity to win Subway for the semester. Benji getting the ball out. 3-point shot up and no good to Jontrell Walker, the senior from Aurora, Illinois. Transfer from Ball State. Dallas Polk Hilliard, shot up no good. Ball tipped around, he gets his own rebound. Shot goes up, and it's a foul coming up on Jackson State.
Good effort by Dallas. Staying in there. Even though he missed the shot, he made sure he got his rebound and then got the foul and will be at the foul line.
Javius McInnes with the foul. That'll be his first personal. Dallas Polk Hilliard at the line, and he'll shoot 2. About to make some changes in the lineup here for the Grambling Tigers and for Jackson State. Coming in for Grambling will be Prince Moss, as well as Alex Empoyo. And coming in for Jackson State University, Chris Howell and number 21, Lemmy Howard.
Free throw was made by Dallas.
Well, you know, if you look at the lineups, both Chris Howell and Dallas Polk Hilliard have something in common. They're both from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and both transferred from South Dakota State University.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dallas Polk Hilliard 1 year younger than Chris Howell is, just a year behind him. Both went to South Dakota State at the same time and played some great ball in Milwaukee.
So we're looking to see a similar style in play.
Yeah, absolutely. Coached by the same, coached the same way in Milwaukee, and of course at South Dakota State as well.
Yes, a very, very similar time. So we should be seeing 2 type of same players but different beasts.
Almost a steal there. Oh, near travel, and great job by Trayvon Bunch.
Great defense, had pressure all over him. That free throw was, I mean, that layup wouldn't have got through, even if he had got it in.
That's going to be a travel. And Coach Jackson just looked at him and said, why? Just give the ball up.
Trayvon Bunch with the travel.
Oh, yeah. That definitely travel. Gave a little hop there.
Yeah.
Grambling trailing. Grambling on top, 14-10. 10-16 remaining here in the first half of play. And Jackson, boy, quickly down the floor.
Yes. Out of bounds.
Lemmy Howard nearly had an opportunity to draw a foul, but tried to get the ball into the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Prince Moss will inbound the basketball, and we'll get it into Ivy Smith Jr. Ivy Smith Jr., the 6-foot junior from Tacoma, Washington. Now to Alex Empoyo, left side to Prince Moss. Jackson really tying up the inside.
Oh.
Nigel Ribeiro shot. Good!
Good shot.
Nigel Ribeiro, just a sick crossover.
Oh, my.
I'm glad the ambulance was here because just broke his ankles.
Somebody got to go help that man.
Thought about the three-pointer, now the kick out to Walker. Walker for three, up no good. Going up high for the rebound is Lemmy Howard. Howard now gets it back out to the point to Dontelius Ross.
Air ball. Air ball.
Benji Wallace leads the team in scoring with 11.4 a game. Chris Howell right behind him at 11.3. But statistically, probably one of the best defending teams in the conference. They're only giving up a little over 60 points a game.
And it shows today. It shows that they're a really great defensive team. But what I'm seeing from Grambling right now is the even matchup. Their defense is matching up to Jackson State, and we're going at it right now, 16-13.
Jontrell Walker hits the three-pointer, as a matter of fact. Third on the team in scoring, averaging 9 a game. And this is going to be a foul coming up against Jackson State University, and that foul is going to be charged to Dontelius Ross, the senior from Jackson.
Ivy Smith Jr. will have 2 free throws here. He makes the first one.
Ivy Smith Jr., one of the better free throw shooters on this team. Shooting 77% from the charity stripe. Substitution for Grambling State University. Anthony Gaston coming in, replacing Nigel Ribeiro. And, you know, you look at Nigel Ribeiro, man, he's had one heck of a road. You know, he's gone through coaching changes here. He's gone through so much. He understood how to play his role and never gave up. That foul coming up on Prince Moss, and that'll be his first personal. And I talked to Coach Jackson. One of the things that he spoke about in regards to Nigel Ribeiro is that true leader understands that, hey, when your role changes, can you accept your role?
Yes.
And Nigel Ribeiro has done that. That's why he continues to invest into Nigel, and he gets great quality time.
Yes. From his freshman year until now, he's matured much more as a player and as a team leader, especially in the predicaments he has been put in.
Jackson State breaking that press for Grambling. And shot goes up, no good, and the ball will stay with Jackson State University as Benji Wallace actually went up and tried to get the shot, but great defense by Grambling. Three-pointer on the way, up and no good.
No good.
By Jontrell Walker, and here comes Grambling once again. Ivy Smith Jr. controlling the basketball.
Pushing the floor.
That's going to be a foul.
Foul, reaching.
Jontrell Walker with the foul. That will be his first personal. 18-13 our score. Grambling on top with 8:33 remaining here in the first half of play. Santoria Black along with O.J. Morris bringing you today's basketball game. There's Anthony Gaston. He'll take the paint. Now to Alex Empoyo. He gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Ball is on the floor, and it is picked up by Jackson State University. That's going to be Ross with the basketball.
Jackson State University is playing smothering defense right now. Every shot is contested, and nothing is coming easy.
Chris Howell getting the ball over to Lemmy Howard. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Anthony Gaston gets the rebound after it was tipped by Ivy Smith Jr. And there's that defense by Jackson State once again. That's a travel by Prince Moss. Yeah, it's a travel by Prince Moss.
This defense is great in transition. They're already on the other side of the court once Grambling State has the ball. Great defense by Jackson State University.
Timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling State University Tigers on top 18-13. 7:55 remaining until halftime. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. The Grambling Tigers right now trailing, or I should say on top of Jackson State University by the score of 18-13. Santoria Black along with O.J. Morris bringing you today's ball game. We'll go over some of the stats here in just a little bit. As Grambling coming out with a lead right now. They're 6 of 12 from the field, shooting 50%, 5 of 8 from the charity stripe, and bringing that rebounding edge down a little bit more. And now it's 12-11 in favor of Jackson, and that shot is good. That shot was up and good by Chris Howell, and he has 6 points. Should I say 2 points? I'm sorry. Grambling with the basketball. 7-11 remaining here in the first half of play. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tipped and goes out of bounds off of Grambling. Back to Jackson State.
Yet again, great defense by Jackson State University. Smothering every time, double team, make sure that every shot is contested. Great defense from Jackson State University. It's top tier right now.
Jackson with the basketball. Tigers on top by the score of 18-15. Shot up and good. Nothing but net by Chris Howell rather. And for Chris Howell, that is his second consecutive field goal. 18-17 our score. Grambling on top with 6:41 remaining in the first half of play. And Devontae Jackson was just smothered.
Smothered. Double team. Every time they go down the court, it is double team and smothered defense. Steals, turnovers, whatever needed.
Now Jackson with the basketball. They can take the lead if they can hit a shot here. Great rotation.
Good ball movement. Open three.
And that's Jesse Love, the 6'1 junior from Jackson, Mississippi, with a three-pointer. And now Jackson is taking the lead. 20-18, 6:09 remaining. Boy, and the defense is just
all over the place. They can't get anywhere without somebody or a man being tight on them.
Coach Wayne Brent telling everybody on the inside to get big.
They have to.
Three-pointer by Anthony Gaston, up no good. Ball tipped, and the rebound brought down by Jackson State University. Coming out of the pack is Dontelius Ross, the only player below 6 feet on this basketball team.
Size. That's all Jackson State is about.
Benji Wallace, three-pointer up and on the way off the backboard, and Nigel Ribeiro in the midst of the forest comes out with the basketball. He's on the left side, looking to come back towards the middle of the floor. He's defended by Benji Wallace. Gets it to Alex Empoyo. Empoyo drives, shoots, goes up, can't hit the shot. Foul coming up against Jackson State. That foul is going to go against Benji Wallace. That's his first personal. And just to give you a little background here, when Wayne Brent was a high school basketball coach, he really prided himself on defense. When you talk to him, that is the staple of the team, run and defense. And defensively, he's very good at understanding how to rotate the zone, especially kind of playing a version of the Syracuse 2-3.
Yes.
But the other side of that is teaching players on how to play up the line a little bit more and being able to harass them down low, especially when the ball comes down low, drawing the double team.
Yes. A lot of pressure has been put on Grambling State players to even get the ball up. Double teams and just smothering defense has caused turnovers. So right now they're just trying to figure out a great offensive system to work against this defense.
You got two good defensive minds here. Coach Jackson also priding himself on defense. 2-3 zone played by Grambling. That's a nice block there by Devontae Jackson.
Great block.
And here comes Grambling. 20-18 our score. Grambling trailing. 4:43 remaining in the first half of play. Devontae Jackson will get the ball out to Anthony Gaston. Gaston is shot from the right elbow. Good.
Great mid-range shot.
Gaston, one of those players Coach Jackson talks about stepping up. He is fifth on the team in scoring, averaging right about 7 points a ball game. He's had some big ball games this year.
Also earned the Tiger of the Week. I think that was last week.
Foul coming up. Count the bucket. That's going to go against. Looks like it's going to go against Devontae Jackson.
Chris Howell with the and-one shot and upcoming free throw.
He's got 6 points now.
We've been speaking a lot on Jackson State University's defense, but Grambling State University's defense has been smothering also. Very smothering.
One thing he tells his guys about is making sure that they make smart moves on defense. Don't make mistakes to where a team has open shooters. That shot is up and good. 7 points now for Chris Howell, and it's now 23-20, Grambling trailing by 3.
On the defensive end, both teams have minor mistakes.
Three-pointer on the way by Ivy Smith Jr. Rattles in and out, no good. And here comes Jackson State.
Pushing the ball.
William Brown, the senior from Jackson.
Ross is slowing down the momentum, just taking the pace a little bit slower, seeing what's going on.
He takes a three-pointer now, up no good, ball tipped, and it comes back down into the hands of William Brown. Now back out to Ross. Fresh 30-second shot clock, 3:35 remaining in the first half of play. And a three-pointer on the way by Ross. Shot up no good. And the rebound by Grambling, Xavier Pierce from Miami, Florida with the rebound. Ivy Smith Jr. will control. He's defended by Chris Howell, who's a little bit bigger than he is, 6'4".
Yes.
Shot up by Pierce, no good. Missed everything. And Jackson State comes away with the basketball. 3:08 remaining in the first half of play. 23-20 our score. 3:05 remaining here in the first half of play. Coach Jackson wants an answer about what happened to the foul on Xavier on that last possession.
I agree. Grambling State University on offense just needs to slow the ball down.
Shot up no good by Chris Howell, and coming away with the basketball is Ivy Smith Jr.
He's pushing it.
Oh, he got the ball knocked out of his hands.
Great defense. Jackson State University has been on their defensive tip all game.
Khalil Spencer knocked the ball out of his hands, and a timeout by Jackson State. 23-20 our score. 2:34 remaining in the first half of play, and let's see if this is going to be a full timeout or 30. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 23-20 our score. Grambling trailing with 2:34 remaining in the first half. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
Touchdown!
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. Hunter Shelton with the basketball, and now they get it around the perimeter. Benji Wallace with the shot up, no good, and right there with the rebound is Trayvon Bunch. Grambling 5 for 10 at the free throw line. Got to improve there.
Yes.
Alex Empoyo with the ball, goes in and gets the bucket. So Alex Empoyo now with his first field goal of the ball game. He has 2 points. Dallas Polk Hilliard with 7. Ivy Smith Jr. with 6. 23-22, Grambling is trailing. 1:42 remaining here in the first half of play. That's a three-pointer on the way.
And it is dropped.
Jesse Love.
Jesse Love with the three.
Second one of the half, 26-22. Grambling trailing, 1:24 remaining until halftime. Ivy Smith Jr., boy, he just ran into all kinds of traffic.
All types of defense. It's a turnover.
Timeout Jackson State, they'll take a 30.
Ivy Smith gave up the ball at that time, ran into a wall of defense. It was about 3 or 4 guys waiting for him, and they were able to make him cough the ball up. But great defense again and again by Jackson State University.
Well, the Grambling Tigers, as we have a 30-second timeout here. The Grambling Tigers just need to continue to play good defense, not allow a lot of second chance opportunities. When you look at the stats during the last timeout that they had, they're being out-rebounded by Jackson State, especially on the offensive glass. Jackson out-rebounding Grambling 7-3 there, 18-14 overall. The other thing is Grambling has to cut down on the turnovers. Already 11 turnovers in the ball game. Jackson State with 8, and Jackson spreading the ball around, 6 assists so far in the first half.
While Grambling State is behind with 3 assists. Not much passing the ball, but there is a lot of teamwork and movement. Just has to get past the defense.
Jackson State with the basketball. And another shot there by Jackson State. And this time the big fella, number 30, Khalil Spencer.
They're getting in the groove now.
Khalil Spencer, 6'4" and 6'4".
Score is 22-28, Jackson State up right now.
38 seconds remaining here in the first half. Ivy Smith Jr. with the basketball, gets it to Anthony Gaston. Gaston now right side. Bounce pass on the inside to Devontae Jackson. People are just all over him.
All over. Great way to control that ball and not letting it
inside the Trayvon Bunch, and he travels. 23 seconds left, and there was only 3 seconds left on the shot clock. They had worked down the shot clock the way that they wanted to. And I believe now that Grambling will take a timeout here with 23 seconds left, and this is going to be a 30-second timeout. And Coach Jackson telling his guys that you got to make sure that you don't move your feet down inside the paint.
Too many steps there, way too many steps. Just trying to get a good look at the basket and took way too many steps.
Coming up on February the 16th, it's high school day here on the campus of Grambling State University. That night, the Tigers will take on Texas Southern. Game time for the women is at 3 p.m. The men will tip off at 5:15. And during that evening, one lucky Grambling State University student will have an opportunity to win Subway for the semester, courtesy of Subway in Grambling. So make sure that you come on out to the big game on February the 16th. And Grambling takes on Texas Southern. Next weekend, next Saturday as a matter of fact, Grambling will host Arkansas Pine Bluff. Game time is at 3 p.m. for the women, 5:15 for the men. And then next Monday, it'll be Mississippi Valley coming to town. No game on Monday for the men or the women, as Jackson State is their travel partner. So they'll have Monday off, and Coach Murray says that they definitely need to have the week off in order to make sure that they can get some things together. 15 left on the game clock. Jackson State with the ball and the lead, 28-22. Benji Wells controlling, left side. Now we'll work towards the middle, defended by Ivy Smith Jr. Getting it to Chris Howell. Ball goes out of bounds,
turnover.
back to Grambling. And that's kind of what Coach Jackson wanted. He wanted to make sure that he calls a turnover.
Yes, with time left.
2.7 left, and Jackson's not going to give him anything.
No, they're not smothered. They're going to make sure they smother them. We have a double team.
And it's going to be a foul as the clock expired. Yep.
Right as it expired.
2 shots here. And what they're going to check here is to see if there was any time left when the foul was committed.
It's questionable. I'm not quite sure. It sounds like he blew the whistle at the same time the time ran up. But if so, it is a foul. Travion Bunch will get 3 free throws?
I'm not sure. We're going to look at the replay again, and Coach Wayne Brent not happy with his guys committing that foul with less than 3 seconds remaining. I want to look at that replay again to see if there was any time left. I don't think there was any time left.
I'm not quite
in
sure
the first
either.
half.
I'm not quite sure either, Mr. Black.
0.3 seconds left. So they'll get 2 free throws here.
Ooh. They were just saved. That was a very, very close call. And excuse me, I meant Devontae Jackson will be shooting these free throws. First one drops.
First free throw is up and good for Devontae Jackson. And one more free throw at the line. And there's only 0.3 left. There's really nothing you can do with this right here. And that's the half with the score 28-24. Grambling trailing. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. You're listening to Grambling Basketball on Sports Talk 97.7 and watching it live on GSU TV. We'll be right back. they're going to credit him with a three-pointer. It's his first three-pointer of the night.
Good way to come into the half scoring and setting that pace for the game, for the second half of this game.
Three-pointer on the way for Jackson State. Up, no good. Alex Empoyo with the rebound. Dallas, I should say that's going to be Devontae Jackson. Now over to Anthony Gaston. Three-pointer on the way. Good.
Wow, good three. Anthony Gaston with the corner three. All net. Beautiful shot. Ross pushes the ball. Setting a slow pace.
Jackson State trying to set the offense here. 18:51 remaining in the game. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot up and no good. Rebound by Benji Wallace. Shot up and good. So Benji Wallace now with 9 points now for Jackson State. 30-30 game.
30 all evened up.
Alex Empoyo goes up, gets the bucket.
Great and one. That's what I'm talking about.
Alex Empoyo, 4 points now. He goes to the line to shoot one.
Great way to eat that contact up and still get the shot off. Beautiful, beautiful.
Alex Empoyo working on those free throws, shooting about 48%. And hits the free throw. That's what Coach Jackson likes to see.
Yes.
You know, when you've been struggling at the charity stripe, and then you're able to hit some big free throws. Grambling on top, 33-30 now with that three-point play the hard way. 18-11 remaining in the game. Lemmy Howard with the basketball. And
Ivy
steal.
Smith.
Ivy Smith Jr.
Good
has
steal.
the basketball, goes in for the shot.
Oh,
No
yes.
good. And a foul coming up against Jackson State.
The defense by Grambling State University is, I know we've been talking about Jackson State a lot in their defense, because their defense has been very smothering due to the double teams and positioning, but Grambling one-on-one defending is perfect right now. Ivy Smith is in front, jumping in front of every ball he sees and getting steals off the bat. Ivy Smith drops the first free throw.
One more at the line for Ivy Smith Jr. Jackson State with the basketball, 34-30. Ivy Smith hitting 1 out of 2 at the line.
A lot of ball movement. Goes up for the shot. Oh,
Yeah, that's right there with the putback. That's going to be number 30, Khalil Spencer, after the missed layup. And it's now 34-32.
good placement by Khalil Spencer. Ready for that offensive board and put it right back up.
Devontae Jackson backing down, turnaround jumper, up no good. Alex Empoyo with the rebound. Gets it to Dallas Polk Hilliard. He goes up, blocked out of there. Great defense.
Great defense.
By McKinnis, and here comes Jackson State. Benji Wallace with a shot, no good. Foul coming up against Grambling. 17:03 remaining in the ball game, 34-32. Grambling on top. Grambling on top.
Benji Wallace going into the hole and taking all contact there. Pretty sure he knew he was going to get the foul, but good way to get there. Good way to get there. He'll be shooting his first one from the free throw.
Benji Wallace free throw up and good. Has one more opportunity at the line. He has 5 points, trying to make it 6. And we have a tie ball game once again. Tied at 34. 17:03 remaining here in the ball game. Devontae Jackson with the basketball. Nearly got the ball taken out of his hands. He's defended by McKinnis. Devontae Jackson goes up for the shot, no good. And the rebound by Jackson State.
It was a good shot overall, but it just wasn't there. Couldn't get it to fall.
Good.
Wow.
On the other side, Chris Howell gets the bucket.
With the N1 shot. Good way to absorb that contact and get the layup in. See if he can make it a three-point play with this free throw.
Chris Wallace now with 11 points. I think that foul was on Devontae Davis. He has two team fouls now. Actually, that foul was on Empoyo. That's his second personal. Free throw was no good.
Ivy Smith holds the ball.
Three-pointer on the way, no good. And coming with the basketball, Benji Wallace. So one and done once again for the Grambling Tigers. Got to get more rebounds.
Yes, yes. A quick possession also. Could have taken a little bit more time.
Shot up and good.
By Benji Wallace.
Benji Wallace trying to get into double figures. He's got 8 points now. 38-34, back to a 4-point lead for Jackson State. Grambling had a 34-30 lead, now 38-34. 8 straight now by Jackson State.
Yes, yes.
Devontae Jackson, now to Anthony Gaston.
This defense is very smothering. It's a lot of pressure on you.
A three-pointer by Devontae Jackson.
Drops. Nothing but net.
The big fella stepping outside for a three-pointer.
Wow. Like Nikola Jokic right there.
Devontae Jackson coming into the game was 4-14 on the season for three-pointers. That's his 5th three-pointer of the year.
If you have the opportunity, why not? Why not go for it? Good shot, good shot.
Inside pass up, no good on the shot as McKinnis draws a foul.
McKinnis draws the foul and almost gets the N1. The ball just swirls around the rim.
We have a timeout on the floor with the score of the Grambling Tigers. Trail 38-37. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. 1 minute. We'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and GSU TV. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers right now trail Jackson State 38-37. Going to the free throw line for Jackson State will be Javius McKinnis, the 6'7" freshman from Brandon, Mississippi. And this Jackson team, quite a few seniors.
A lot of seniors.
Yep, quite a few seniors. They've got, let's see, Chris Halm, Chris McIntosh, Dontelius Ross, John Terrell Walker, all seniors, as well as William Brown, a senior. So 6 seniors on this team.
And also a good amount of juniors. There's a lot of experience here on this team, on this Jackson State University team.
Absolutely. 40-37 the score.
Devontae Jackson was double teamed there, smothered Ivy. Oh.
Anthony Gaston, three-pointer, just stepped just inside the three-point line, up no good.
Oh.
And the rebound by Jackson State University. Still at rebounding edge, 24-17 in favor of Jackson. 11-4 on the offensive end. Grambling 12-25 from the field.
Jackson State is just beyond aggressive when coming to boards. Everybody's crashing down and jumping for these boards. It's a lot of great effort from Jackson State University here.
Three-pointer by Benji Wallace. Rattles in and out, no good. And the rebound
offensive
by
rebound.
The big fella, Khalil Spencer. He goes up for the shot.
And the N1. And the N1.
Khalil Spencer now has 4 points, and the Well, I tell you what, Khalil Spencer looks like a fullback.
He does. He's built exactly like a fullback. He could have played football if he wanted to for Jackson State University. Big built, a very big built, a wide frame, and not too much lengthy, but he can play at the power forward position or the 3 with the size that he has.
6'4", 240 or 230. Now he's every bit of 240, 245, and might be a biscuit away from 250.
Oh, I can guarantee you that.
But he can move extremely well.
And great frame and great shot.
Anthony Gaston.
Great shot.
Two-pointer.
Great shot.
He thought he hit a 3, but he stepped on the line. 2-point bucket. 42-39 now. Grambling on top. Grambling trailing with 13:57 remaining in the ball game. Khalil Spencer with a pass inside, and it's going to be, is it a foul or a jump ball?
Jump ball.
Jump ball, possession Jackson.
Okay. Great effort, great effort, great effort. Devontae Jackson comes up with holding his wrist there.
Jackson State with the basketball, 17 left on the shot clock. 13:50 remaining in the game, 42-39. Jackson trying to do something here against Grambling that they have not done in a while, and that is sweep both the men and the women at home.
Alley-oop
dunk.
Oh, my. That was explosive.
Javius McKinnis with the dunk.
Oh, Ivy Smith Jr. with a killer crossover. Killer crossover.
And Benji Wallace was on the assist there. Offensive foul charge to Grambling.
Foul.
Tough call there, Coach Jackson not understanding that.
Javius, is that Javius? Great way to set up his feet and take that charge.
Shaq Athey with the foul for Grambling. He comes out, as well as Devontae Jackson comes out. 44-39, Jackson has extended their lead out to 5 points now. 13:21 remaining here in the ball game. Grambling can't leave anybody back door, and they've got to play better defensively.
Great
G. Wallace.
Great screen. Kind of flipped Ivy Smith around. Thought about taking that 3.
That goes out of bounds. Now, that's going to go out of bounds.
Well, Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson throws it out of bounds. 6'7" junior from Martin, Tennessee. And Grambling coming right back down the other side. Dallas Polk Hilliard with the shot. Rebound by Trayvon. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession goes to Grambling. And Coach Jackson telling Trayvon Bunch to hold the ball up. Now coming back into the ball game for Jackson State will be Khalil Spencer. And he will take out Justin Johnson, the junior. Ivy Smith. Shot up good.
Oh, good. Contested mid-range shot.
44-41. Ivy Smith double figures, 12 points.
Ivy Smith is playing on him.
One-on-one with Dontrellis Ross. Shot up, no good by Benji. And a rebound by Jackson State. That's Chris Howell. He goes up for the shot, up, good.
Rebounds is a key, A lot of offensive rebounds are given up here.
Trayvon Bunch backing down, going up for the shot. Good!
And one.
Trayvon Bunch getting the bucket, and he goes to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play.
Trayvon Bunch getting big, or as I say, is big. 7'1", 230 pounds. Very, very large man. Getting big in the paint.
Bunch will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. 12:09 remaining in the game. 46-43, Grambling trailing. Bunch can't hit the free throw. Nice shot on the other side.
Turnaround hook shot.
Chris Howell with the bucket. He has 15 points now for Jackson. Chris Howell second on the team in scoring, averaging 11 a game. He's already hit that. Anthony Gaston, 3, no good. And skying in for the rebound is Chris Howell. Well, he's got a lot of hops. 6'4" senior.
Sure does.
Jackson moving all around, really trying to throw Ivy off a little bit. Shot up and good from the big fella.
Big fella. Looking good. Khalil Spencer looking nice.
He has 6 points now, 8 points. Timeout Grambling, 50-43, 7-point deficit here for the Tigers with 11:04 remaining in the ball game, and I believe this is going to be a full timeout. It is going to be a full timeout, so we'll take this timeout as well. Grambling trailing 50-43. We'll take this full timeout right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers trailing 50-43. They'll have the basketball side out with 11:04 remaining in the ball game. If you're Grambling, you got to take advantage of every possession here. 9 of 16 from the charity stripe. They're being out-rebounded 30-19, 14-5 on the offensive glass so far in this ball game. 15 turnovers for the Tigers.
And as for taking over on possessions, Grambling State knows that, and Jackson State University knows that too. And the defense has been just completely smothering, and they're continuing the pace because they know Grambling State needs some points right now and get back into the groove of this game if they're going to win this.
We got a media timeout on the floor with 10:51 remaining in the ball game. 50-43 our score. We'll take this media timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Tigers trail 50-43. Grambling will have the ball under their own goal. Nigel Ribeiro back in the ball game. Alex Empoyo, Trayvon Bunch, Ivy Smith Jr., and Anthony Gaston in the game for Grambling. That was a bad pass by Ivy.
The defense it's like they know they're.
Jackson State trying to get one side of the floor overloaded. Man-to-man set up by Grant. That's going to be a foul on Trayvon Bunch. Somebody lost their man, and Bunch had to try to come over and readjust. And for him, that'll be his second personal, I believe.
Great ball movement by Jackson State to be able to confuse Grambling State University's defense. Great ball movement. End up leading into a foul.
Jackson State ball. Oh, and they're going to hold up play for a second.
Good shot. Just short.
Yeah, short. But getting the ball right back.
Oh.
A near steal ball. Look at that defense
Good
by Nigel.
defense. Nigel was smothering him.
Nice crossover.
Ross came right back with a good crossover, patent crossover. These two teams are very much going at each other. Oh, man. Nigel is all over the place with this smothering defense.
Jesse Love with the shot, hits the shot as the shot clock expires.
Jesse Love couldn't find the first shot he took, and he found the second mid-range shot.
52-43, largest lead of the game for Jackson State. Oh, man, the rebound and the dunk, no good. Here comes Jackson State, shot up and good.
Euro step.
Chris Howe with the bucket. Now Coach Jackson telling everybody to calm down and settle down.
Yes.
Now out to an 11-point lead. Jackson State kind of feeling it.
In their groove now. All the players are firing all cylinders right now.
Anthony Gassner for three, no good. Ball tipped around. And coming away with the basketball, the big fella, Khalil Spencer.
Grambling State has been searching for shots but can't find them, either due to great defense or just bad positioning.
Women lost earlier in a heartbreaker by 4. Grambling men down here. And it's been a long time since both teams lost at home to Jackson State.
Chris Howell just had an air ball.
2 seconds and the shot clock expired.
Great defense.
Coach Wayne Brent was jumping up and down telling his players that the shot clock was expiring and going down. And so now Grambling gets the basketball. Benji Wallace coming into the ball game. Grambling with the basketball, 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Dallas Polk Hilliard, shot up, no good. Rebound, Jackson State coming over with the basketball. Dontelius Ross.
You hear Nigel say finish. You have to finish. Jackson State with a great ball movement.
Ball on the floor. And it's going to go the other way to Grambling. They say shot clock violation. Another official says it's out of bounds. Either way, it's Grambling basketball.
Two times in this half that we have forced them to a shot clock violation.
We have a timeout. The Grambling Tigers trail 54-43, 7:36 remaining in the game. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back on GSU TV and the Grambling Sports Radio Network. Back here at the Frederick C. Hovde Assembly Center. Been a tough night at the office for the Grambling basketball team. And just when you think they are making a comeback, Jackson State makes some big plays. Jackson 23 of 52 from the field. Grambling 15 of 34. Still that rebounding edge, 35-20. And with all of that, Grambling has only been outscored by 7 points in this half. But in the paint, 30-12. Second chance points, 17-6. No bench production right now for Grambling, hardly at all. 23-4 in favor of Jackson State.
And it was 2 points in the first half with the bench scores. Only two more points in this half. In the paint, Jackson State has been looking like the most dominant team, getting boards, getting points, getting strong finishes. Jackson State is way in tune in this game right now. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Foul coming up.
Wow. Yeah, we...
Two-shot foul coming up for Dallas Polk Hilliard. That foul is on, looks like it's going to be on Jesse Love. That'll be his first personal. He has 8 points. Hilliard with the first free throw, good. One more opportunity, 7:27 remaining in the ball game. Second free throw up, no good. Ball tipped around. Empoyo had it and lost it. Benji Wallace. And now coming away with it is Howell. Now Wallace back to Ross.
Ross slowing the pace a bit, surveying the court. Pump fake. Oh.
Nice drive.
Good finish. Good finish.
That's going to be Howell with the bucket.
Chris Howell now has 19 points in the game. The leading scorer.
Yep. Averaging right around 11 points a game, so he's hit his average and then some.
Yes.
Empoyo inside for the dunk.
Good way to stick it there. Good movement.
He has 7 points, and look at the defense now by Grambling.
Yes, they are. They're trying to, bring the same thing Jackson State has been bringing. Very pressure and smothering defense to force bad shots and turnovers. Grambling State is just trying to catch up to Jackson State right now defensive-wise.
Good defense there. That pass led a little bit too far out in front of the cutter, and now Grambling gets the ball back after the turnover. Dallas Polk Hilliard comes out of the ball game. So checking the lineup, it's Nigel Ribeiro, Prince Moss, Anthony Gaston, Alex Empoyo, and Devontae Jackson rather. Ribeiro driving.
Oh, good ball movement.
Going to be a blocking foul charge to Jackson.
It was just within that circle. So good call, good call.
Double checking to see that foul is against. Some say there's no 31 out there. So the foul's on number 30, Khalil Spencer. It's his first personal.
Just a little bit of confusion.
Well, he was in the act of shooting.
So Nigel will shoot 2 free throws here. The fearless leader of this team.
Another person who is trying to improve on his free throws.
Yes, yes, yes.
Second free throw up, good.
False, good, good. Grambling is looking to get back on defense, and Jackson State turns over the ball.
Benji turns the ball over, and it comes back to Grambling. 56-48. Grambling has cut the lead to 8. 6:03 remaining in the game.
Down by 8, Grambling State is searching to get back into this game.
They are all over him. Alex Boyle for 3.
And he drops it. Good 3. Contested and all. Big man with the shot. Incredible.
Alex Boyle with the 3-pointer.
Incredible. Hand in his face and all. Great shot. That's the type of play Grambling State will need for them to get back into this game. Ooh.
Duck under, shot up, no good. Ball is up in the air on the floor now, and Jackson recovers.
Offensive rebound. Grambling State is really lacking on these defensive rebounds, letting Jackson State get a lot of offensive rebounds, which is opening opportunities for second chance points, and is the reason why they're down right now.
56-50 our score, 5:10 remaining in the game. Howell with the ball, and he travels.
Took too many steps with that. Only way you can move like that in a basketball game is
well, you got to credit good defense for that.
Yes, yes. Had him unbalanced, had him very pressured and smothered, and forcing those 2 steps, forgetting him to dribble the ball. Great defense. Great defense. Forced a turnover. Excuse me.
Anthony Gaston with the basketball. He is double teamed.
Oh, a little contact
Benji
there.
Wallace goes all the way in for the layup.
Double team there to get the turnover. A little contact. Anthony Gaston is wiping his eyes, but still great play by Jackson State University.
Press set up by Jackson State.
Oh, wow.
Nice job by Nigel Ribeiro. Gets it to Anthony Gaston, and now they drop off. Anthony Gaston goes up.
A lot of contact.
Free throws coming up.
A lot of contact there.
And that foul is going to go against Benji Wallace, second personal.
This game has not been easy for Grambling State University to get to the hole. Every time somebody gets to the hole, there is 1 or 2 guys waiting for them, always pressuring them, either a foul or a block. There's a lot of pressure during this game defensive-wise. Both teams are really on top of it when it comes to defense, but Jackson State are making sure that these guys can't score at all.
58-51 our score. Official telling Nigel Ribeiro to tuck his shirt in. Free throw is up and good. So Anthony Gaston now has 9 points. 58-52, Grambling trailing by 6. 4:24 remaining in the ball game. And there's an old adage that teams that press don't like to be pressed. That was a push-off.
Yes. That was a push-off.
By Ross. Got away with one right there. Pushed off with the right hand.
Right in front of the ref, but he got away with that one. Push the tempo. Good defense.
Wallace goes inside, it goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Jackson State. 4:05 remaining in the ball game. 58-52 our score. Grambling trailing. McKinnis with the basketball. Turnaround jumper up, no good. Wow. Talk about skying in for the rebound. He doesn't get the shot back up, but it is Nigel Ribeiro with the basketball for the Grambling Tigers. He'll take a 3. Good. Nigel Ribeiro with a 3-pointer. And it's now 58-55. Grambling trailing by 3. 3:42 remaining in the ball game. Alex Empoyo almost had the ball. Now Nigel Ribeiro on him.
Nigel with the
Benji Wallace goes in for the shot, and are they going to count that?
Did it drop? No word from the refs yet.
Count the bucket. Yes.
Oh, man.
They are going to count the bucket.
And 1 bucket.
60-55 the score. Coach Jackson not happy with Devontae Jackson. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. 1 minute with the score. Grambling trailing 60-55. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back.
back that and one.
Yep, they are going to call back the
Yes.
N1. That's
Yes.
right.
So no point, 2 points taken off and no free throws, and Jackson State will have the ball.
Jackson State with the basketball. Wallace controlling. He gets it to Ross. Ross will shoot it up. It's up. It's no good. Ball tipped around, and Wallace gets it back.
Another offensive board. Another thing we speak about is so many second chance points, and offensive boards is killing them right now. Rebounds in general, but offensive boards is killing them.
Foul coming up on Grambling. See, that foul is going to be charged to Prince Moss. Second personal. And now Jackson will shoot free throws.
Vigi Wallace will shoot 2 free throws here. He has 12 points in the game right now. That's Jackson State leading scorer this season. The first free throw riddles around but drains it. Shooting his second. Both
Second
falls.
free throw up and good.
Double teaming Nigel.
Anthony Gaston with the basketball. Now to Nigel Ribeiro.
Nigel's going to the hole
taking it
hard.
himself is blocked. And the big fella recovers for Jackson State. And that's going to be Spencer.
Once again, great defense. They were prepared for him at the hole.
60-55, 2:24 remaining in the ball game. Grambling trying to get to the 4th win in the conference play and to take sole possession of 5th place for now. Oh, blocked
Good
out of
block.
there.
Great block. Devontae Jackson with the great block. Just
Nigel Ribeiro now with the basketball. Ribeiro looking. Right side now to Anthony Gaston. And a steal by McKinnis.
good way to jump in front of that.
1:53 remaining in the ball game, and Grambling throws it away.
The defense is showing on both sides of the ball right now. Great defensive play.
Jackson State with the basketball. Wallace thought about the three. 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Air ball.
Here comes Nigel Ribeiro to Prince Moss. Moss with a shot up, no good. Rebound.
A lot of contact there. Good way to get in front of that. Defense.
Timeout Jackson State with 1:13 remaining, 60-55 to score. And I believe it is going to be, let's see if it's a 30 or full. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. 60-55 our score, 1:13 remaining in the game. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
Touchdown!
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. 1:13 remaining in the game. Still time for Grambling to come back here. A steal by Nigel Ribeiro and a foul coming up on Jackson State. That is going to be charged to number 5, Ross, and the senior from Jackson is going to pick up his 3rd personal. That was a great effort by Nigel Ribeiro, stepping in front of the pass, contesting it, and now going to the line to try to cut this to 2.
Shoot. Nigel has 2 free throws to shoot.
First one is up and good.
The overall effort from all of these guys has been outstanding. Defense on both sides has been outstanding.
They got to make another stop on the other side. They don't have to foul. Free throw is up and good.
Makes it a 1-possession game.
Timeout Grambling. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
Yes.
60-57 the score. 1:12 remaining in the ball game. Don't forget, coming up next Saturday, the Grambling Tigers will host Arkansas Pine Bluff. Game time is at 3 p.m. for the women, and the men will tip off at 5:15 or a little bit after that. And then, of course, next Monday, a week from this Monday, the Tigers will take on Mississippi Valley State University. High School Day is on February the 16th. When the Tigers take on Texas Southern, also that night will be the Subway Shootout. One lucky Grambling State University student will have an opportunity to win Subway for the semester by hitting a half-court shot. So I know there's some hungry students that may want to try for Subway for the semester, OJ.
I might try out for it.
Yeah. Well, you can't. You're a part of the labs.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate, but a lot of people should come out and do that.
Absolutely. Jackson State with the basketball. 1:12 remaining. And tough defense played by Grambling.
Defense is incredible.
Timeout Jackson. And I think that's their last timeout. 1:04 remaining here in the ball game. And actually, Ross had to call the timeout because they were all over. We have a full timeout called here.
All over.
So we're going to take one last full timeout. Grambling.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station, campus events, local weather, and more. There's even a map that'll show you exactly where you are on campus so that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
They change it to a 30. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. 60-57 our score with 1:04 remaining in the ball game. Grambling still has time. Jackson State ball, but they are out of timeouts. So if they get in trouble on the sideline during the press, they have no timeouts to call. It could be a turnover.
Yes, that could be a critical thing. No longer have timeouts. That could be very critical, especially with 1 minute and 4 seconds left.
So now the officials are talking a little bit here. Coach Jackson is bringing to their attention about something.
I think it's timing, Mr. Black.
Yeah, they're looking at the clock, I believe, to see how much time is really left in the ball game.
Give some of the players some time to catch their breath. Get everything situated. But overall, great game defensive-wise. This has been a back-and-forth game. Jackson State has been up majority of the game, but there's been great effort on both sides of the ball. From Jackson State to Grambling State, defense has just been the main point in this game. Reason why they're so close right now.
Well, you're looking at the last play right here, and they want to see how much time is left when they call that timeout on the sideline. There was definitely about 107, 106. There was more than 104 left when they had to call that timeout.
Yes, they let the clock run just 2 seconds over than what it was supposed to. So we shall see a change in the time.
Yeah, you got to see a little bit of a change, and I'm not sure how much, but at least 2 or 3 seconds.
2 or 3. I would say they'll give them 2 seconds.
Nope, they're going to keep it at 104.
Yes.
22 left on the shot clock, though. 22 on the shot clock. That's the thing that has changed.
Yes. So they was looking at the shot clock and not the actual time that was left in the game.
Foul on Prince Moss. Didn't need that foul.
Did not.
That's 3 on him. They've been playing tough defense. I think that Moss got too happy with the hands.
Yes.
60-57 to score. 60 seconds remaining in the game.
This puts Ross at the free throw line, and right now Grambling State is down by 3. 1 possession game. If these free throws are scored, this puts them in a very uncomfortable position.
Well, you look at Ross. He's one of the best free throw shooters on the team,
yes.
shooting about 71%, 77% from the free throw line.
Yes.
First one is up and good.
Yes, the last person you want to put at the line. Oh, he missed the second one.
Missed the second one, 1 or 2 at the line. 61-57, a 4-point game. 56 seconds remaining in the contest. Ivy Smith will drive. He'll shoot, hit the bucket.
Okay.
Timeout Grambling, they had 1 left. So now it's a 2-point game with 48 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Woo. Starting to get hot up in here.
I think they're going to have a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. 61-59 the score. Grambling trailing with 48 seconds remaining.
It's playmaking time.
Definitely is playmaking time. And, you know, look, if you're Grambling, one of the things you have to do, you're down 2.
Mm-hmm.
With 48 seconds left, there's certain guys that you don't want to foul.
Yes.
You don't want to foul Ross. You don't want to foul Howe if he's in the ball game.
Yes.
You don't want to foul Walker if he's in the game. Generally, you know, you look at McInnes, if Howard is in the game, Wallace, not the best free throw shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, he's hitting about 57, 58% on the season. Brown is one of those guys that, you know, he's shooting over 60% on the season. So a couple of guys you do not want to foul. But the other side of that is that you want to make sure also that you play just good defense. You got plenty of time left.
Yes. They so much more on great defense and watching their hands. I know that still trying to get a steal will be very valuable at the time, but they have to watch their hands. They have to watch getting fouls because right now they're both in a bonus. A foul will lead to a free throw shot, and this will put us even further out the game.
Ivy Smith Jr. went up for the ball and got the basketball.
Oh, wow. 43 seconds left.
Nigel Rivera with the basketball now.
He's getting rowdy.
36 seconds. Ivy Smith Jr. is going to be, he draws the foul, and that foul is going to go against Benji Wallace.
Yes. Both teams in the bonus, so this means Ivy Smith Jr. will get 2 free throws.
And for Ivy Smith Jr., he's shooting 77%, best free throw shooter on the team.
Yes.
Coming into the game, he's been to the line about 120 times, 123 times as a matter of fact. I think he's hit like 97 free throws this season. First free throw up and good.
Yes.
Now, don't forget he had 2 free throws to seal the victory against Southeast here at home in the non-conference season.
Yes.
One more free throw. Up. Oh, he missed it.
He missed it.
Missed the free throw.
Oh, man.
33 seconds remaining. Still plenty of time left on the game clock. They don't want to make any mistakes here.
They have to play.
Jackson State with the basketball. You do not have to foul because there's a difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they foul Benji Wallace. Wow.
That is questionable decision right there.
Not really. I can understand that because you want to leave some time for yourself.
Yes.
To come back down on the floor and set something up. Now, both teams are out of timeouts. So there's no timeouts left.
See if Benji Wallace can drop these free throws.
Benji Wallace shooting 2. First one is up and good. And Wallace looks at his bench and says, he got this.
Great confidence.
One more free throw attempt.
And the drop both.
3-point deficit now for the Tigers with 20 seconds remaining. They got to hit a three. There's no timeout.
They have no options. Slow the pace here a little bit. Oh, that's it.
Shot is up, no good. Ball tipped.
And Jackson State.
Foul coming up, and Jackson is going to come in with the win. Oh, that's tough. 63-60. 5.6 remaining in the game. If he hits one, the game is pretty much over.
Yes.
And going to the line now for Jackson State is Jesse Love.
Tough way to end that out.
Man.
Tough way.
2 tough games.
2 very tough games. All within 5 points.
First one is a miss. Now, if he misses this one, they still got a shot.
A very good. 5.6 seconds left. They very well do have a shot at this.
Hits this one. And Coach Brent is telling everybody to get back and do not foul.
Ivy letting it roll.
Three-pointers good!
Wow!
64-63. Three-pointer is good. And they foul right away with 1.6 left. Holy cow!
Incredible.
Now, they may have to go and look in to see how much time is left. What a shot from 30 feet out.
When I say Ivy pulled up from deep, he pulled up from deep. What a shot. What a way to get that off and have that confidence to shoot that type of shot. Wow. And he drains it. That's incredible.
Unbelievable shot.
Incredible. Makes this a 1-point game. And that puts Ivy Smith Jr. to 18 points in the game.
Well, here's how this goes. 2 free throws. He misses the first one.
Oh, wow.
64-63, 1.6 remaining.
Regardless if they make this game, this shot right here or not.
Ross misses the first one. Now he made the second one. A three-pointer wins it for Grambling. Here's a long throw. The clock starts.
Wow.
And time expires. 65-63 the final.
Pass was just a little bit too hard to hit the backboard.
Too hard, and Jackson escapes.
With the
65-63 the score. We're going to take a timeout here. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show. 65-63 is the final. Tough one for the Grambling Tigers. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
What's up, Fiji? Oh, my God.
Sorry, you're on the mic.
Yes.
All right, welcome back here to the Cobb Assembly Center. The Grambling State University Tigers lose a tough one here at the Assembly Center by the score of 65-63. Dante Jackson, head coach, joining us here at courtside. Coach Jackson, you know, had a shot late there in the ball game, back and forth. Just one of those deals here late in the game. Free throws, turnovers, number of things.
The bottom line is we got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. We had 14 turnovers in the first half, never got in the rhythm, and it just came back to bite us. It's the bottom line.
One of the things that I know you spoke about is how important it is for your guys to come off the bench and be able to produce bench points. Jackson State was able to outscore you there a little bit.
Yeah, right now we're just not in a good rhythm. And, you know, we played a good game against Texas Southern, really didn't play well against Prairie View, and then tonight didn't play well again. So we got to find a way to get our guys back in rhythm.
You look at Ivy Smith, 18 points in the ball game. Axel Boyle, 9.7 rebounds, nearly getting a double-double there. What is it going to take, you think, in order to get kind of over the next hump here?
We just got to get in the lab and get back. We got to get back to getting better. That's what the bottom line is. We got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, and then we got to capitalize on our free throws when we get our opportunities.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I will say is that you guys in the second half seem to do a much better job defensively.
Yeah, we didn't do a good job of getting after it in the first half. We kind of played too slow of a tempo. We tried to pick up the pace, and at the end of the day, we just didn't do a good job.
Coach Jackson, big game here. Of course, you got 2 coming up next week. Great news, you get a week off. You don't have to play on Monday. You get back to work.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You know, right now we got guys playing with some injuries. We needed to get this one and try to have a week off, but we got to get back to work. So,
Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Coach Jackson joining us here at courtside. Final score for the Grambling State University Tigers. They lose a tough one by the count of 65-63. For the Grambling State University television audience, we will see you coming up next week when Grambling takes on Arkansas Pine Bluff on the radio network side. We're going to take this time out, and we'll be right back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network.